In this video I cover my situation, how these scams work, how much shipping actually costs, and is it okay for these scammers to ask for more money, other people's experiences and opinions, how to recognize the scam, how to protect yourself, and what is the wisest choice to make. So, let's get started. Welcome back, it's good to see you. I've been buying stuff on AliExpress for more than 5 years. Probably 7 years or more, but that's irrelevant. I've also been buying stuff from eBay since 2012. Needless to say, I have accumulated some experience with Chinese sellers on these websites. Besides poor communication skills, they are very open to sending quality control photos. But they also don't like to waste their time, and that's great, as neither do I mine. So, keep it short and straight to the point. 95% of the time I had a great experience, so please keep that in mind while you watch this video, as this video focuses on those other 5% who ruin it for everyone. First, let me start with some things I learned as a buyer. Now, this is not me saying these actions are acceptable, I'm just saying my part. When you order and receive an item after weeks or months of waiting, you can expect some stuff like, usually the length and color might be different. Talking about the item advertised versus the item you receive. If item listing states you get a cord that is 150 centimeters long, you might get 140 centimeters cord instead. Colors, most of the time, especially with items that glow, are not accurate. If advertised color is strong red, you might get some faded out red or some less saturated red color. And yes, you might get lucky and get exactly what you saw in the photos, but don't count on it. If item is supposed to glow in dark and picture shows strong glow, item you actually get is not going to glow that well. AKA, it's not that impressive. So, misrepresentation of the product, AKA, false advertisement. This is why it's always best to read buyers' reviews and check out photos. Also, watch my videos. Let it be known that I absolutely relish the chance to shamelessly self-promote at every turn. As I was saying, of course Chinese sellers will use clickbait to make the item more desirable and pleasing to the eye, so you buy it. They have been using clickbait for 30 years now. Find out more by watching my Famiclone video about 198 in one cartridge. Did you really think it would be one shameless plug and done? In any case, lots of times it's not seller's fault, as factory sends them these photos. They just sell. So often you will see a note like, item color might vary due to monitor color difference, or please allow 2 to 3% error as items are measured by hand. This is why I repeat, it's always better to read reviews from customers. One thing I've noticed is that Russian customers can be especially precise and sharp when it comes to these reviews, so I tend to look for those more on listing itself or on Russian forums. My goal is not to boycott Chinese sellers, rather to tell you what to expect. And as my life as a customer continued, I sometimes ran into some fraudsters. I will tell you about other scams in my other videos and my series dedicated to AliExpress, which you can find on my channel. But in this video, we focus on one specific scam. Actually, two, because unfortunately, one always follows the other. And those scams are, pay me more money, postage has gone up. Scam, which is always followed by a scam in which seller provides a fake tracking number. Now, the message you receive might not be, pay me more money, postage has gone up. It might be, pay me more money because this is happening, that is happening. Whatever excuse they have planned for today, they will give you that excuse. Tomorrow it might be different excuse, but all in all, it's simply, pay me more money for postage. Let's take a look at my situation first. I was looking to buy some car cables. The listing for 6 cables bundled is around $25 plus shipping about $10. Using some research skills, as AliExpress search today is awful, I managed to find an ad that also had these same cables bundled together, and price was what I mentioned earlier, about $35 total including shipping. But it also had the option to buy each cable separately, and with my calculation it would cut cost by 50%, aka only cost me around $18, shipping included. I noticed that the seller had 92.2% rating, around 850 followers, but I did not go deeper than that. To me, this seemed nothing out of the ordinary, as my rule of thumb is to not order from sellers that have less than 90% rating, but I learned later that this is a bad practice. So let me tell you now, only order from sellers with 94 to 95% rating or higher. Checking out the seller's profile reveals that in actuality there is 91.4% rating in last month. This tells us few things. First, seller rating is going down by significant amount. Second, every 10th buyer leaves a negative review, maybe due to wrong or malfunctioning item received or something else. In any case, bad sign. Out of 5,000 to 6,000 sales, that's very bad. I did not see this earlier, so I ordered the items one by one. About 14 hours later, I get a message from the seller. Due to increase of materials and freight, which means good or cargo carried by ship, train, truck, or airplane, or the carrying of goods from one place to another by vehicle, ship, order by freight, whatever. So he says, can you pay $10 more? If you can't cancel the order, we will arrange a refund. And then the same message, but this time asks for $5. Let's check out this link that he sent me. What is it about? It's actually another listing on AliExpress titled, Cost just for the balance of your order, extra fee, remote area fee, shipping cost for getting new tracking number. And it's not $10 or $5 extra, it's $29. Let's read the description. Dear friend, the link is for you to pay mix order or any products we are supplying or some extra fees, for example, DHL remote fee. What? How to use, by the way, where I live is not remote area whatsoever. How to use this link? Any product we quote you at price 1, all you can just pay on this link. Then we will send product you buy to you as you request. But please kindly leave message under order about which product you buy or remote fee for which order is okay, many thanks. Please be sure the address is all correct. We here will ship item according to your request after you finish payment. For example, if you need pay $55, then you choose 55 pieces is okay. If post fee is $30, then you choose total 55 plus $30 equals $85 is okay. And we also can adjust the price for you according your payment, then you can pay for it. Please contact with us, I need help. And then they have some photo. Well, honestly, I have no idea what this means. I guess they want you to bump up the quantity to 55 or something like that. Honestly, I don't understand how this works. It's complicated. The product, this costs, look at this. But if I bump up the price, look, shipping just keeps going up. And it just goes up. Hey, look at that. Unbelievable. So how do they expect you to pay so much more is ludicrous to me. But that's okay, we will touch up on should you even pay, is it ethical, and who's actually paying for this. So, let's continue. Of course, if we type in shipping fee and look for items, I mean, you're going to notice that AliExpress is full of these. Look at that. And what if we type in freight fee? Oh, you have to be at least over 18 to enter this section. Look at that. And yeah, once again, AliExpress is full of these. Makes you ask some questions, doesn't it? Now we can ask questions first, and then slowly answer them. Why are they asking for more money? Couldn't they just raise the price of original item or raise the price of shipping? Is that on purpose to lure you in with lower prices? What do they gain from it? Do you need to pay? Is this actual real need or greed? Keep these questions in mind, as I will answer them throughout the video and summarize them along with answers at the end of the video. Let's continue with my case. I decided to look around online and find out more, as to me it seemed ludicrous to pay more than what was originally agreed upon. Let's see if anyone else has encountered this situation and how they handled it. Talking about tracking numbers, one user says, I was unlucky enough to get a company that delivers goods and keeps losing them somehow. I tried to open claims and each time they auto-declined it because it was delivered. Then somebody answers, the auto-decline is from AliExpress. Even when you send additional proof, they auto-decline it. I see, yes. Then that makes sense, probably a bot, then a human steps in. This happened to me. The first few claims will be dealt by the seller, but then Ali will step in and you should get your money back. So it seems like it's either a computer bot that's declining first few requests or it's the seller that does it. In any case, it seems that you should be persistent until a human steps in. I think what some of these people are doing is sending a letter to any old address. This happened to me with another company. They sent the item to another address and tried to make it look like I had received it and provided proof. But when I asked them to provide proof of who signed for it and what weight the item was, they went quiet. You know what would be interesting if these scammers actually had somebody living abroad and they are sending the items to that person so they can take it back. That would be insane. Always pay these people via third parties, that way you will get your money back if AliExpress decides not to refund you. Now talking about if the seller asks for more money, it's their fault if they don't post the right price. If you say no, their options are to cancel your order and take the huge hit to their score on AliExpress, which affects how much their products are displayed. I assume this means like promoted, put up in the first results, or they can eat the extra cost. Never ever send money outside of AliExpress. Then somebody replies, just ignore it. Don't pay anything more than what you already did at checkout. They'll either ship you the item or cancel the order, but you have to leave it to the seller. This is just another scam attempt. Even if it was true, they should be the ones accounted for the wrong shipping calculations, not you. And the reply to this is, I did that once, ignored it, and they gave me a fake tracking number. Lost time and had to open a dispute. If it happens again to me, I will cancel it and buy from another seller. Now here is a post, somebody asking, the seller is asking me to pay an extra $1 for shipping or else he wants me to cancel my order. What should I do? But I thought they weren't allowed to do this. And the answer is they aren't allowed, but they still try. Just ignore the seller and wait for your item. Keep a close eye out on the tracking number as well. And in my case, what I did is I actually contacted AliExpress support, which I will show you in a minute. Somebody asks, what's the deal with fake tracking numbers? Fake tracking is worse than no tracking. What's going on? The answer, I think the problem got much worse in past few months. Fake tracking gets bad when you get real tracking number, but it belongs to a different package or different customer. At some point, the tracking says delivered, but you got no package. AliExpress will mark order as finished few days later. If you are lucky, tracking will provide that the order for the other customer was in a different city. Otherwise, you are basically screwed because it's impossible to prove you didn't get the package. This is getting so bad that I am considering to stop shopping on AliExpress. Happened to me just now. The tracking ID they gave me was of another customer. Please tell me what to do next. And the answer is read the FAQ on this sub, so let us do just that. The FAQ contains some info about scams, and there is scam number 5, fake tracking number. By the way, I will leave a link to this FAQ and this subreddit so you can check it out in more detail. You can also check out the link in the description or on my website. It says you bought something on AliExpress and it was a great deal. Step 1. The seller gave you a tracking number and all seems fine. Step 2. The tracking suddenly shows that the package got delivered and you didn't get anything. Step 3A. If you are lucky, the tracking shows it was delivered to a place far away and you can dispute to get a refund using the tracking as proof. Step 3B. Quite often you are not so lucky and you end with no goods and no money. What actually happened is that the seller gave you a tracking number belonging to a different customer and didn't ship anything to you. Eventually, the real package gets delivered and your order is marked as completed also. Solution: if tracking on 17Track, Parcels app, etc. shows the place of delivery, open the dispute and use screenshot of tracking as proof. In the dispute text, explain that the delivery location is far away from your address. If tracking doesn't show the place of delivery, there is nothing much you can do at this point but take your loss. Next time, be much more selective on choosing your sellers. And in my opinion, I would beg to differ a little bit here. In between step 1 and 2, you're also going to notice that items with fake tracking number get delivered very fast, within 2-3 weeks, maybe even less than that. That's very good indication it's a fake tracking number, as usually deliveries from China take about a month at very least. Now it says that you should take your loss, but in my opinion, you should at least take some type of stand. Make a video, make a post, make some screenshots, explain what happened to you in detail to everybody so the world can see at very least. Maybe you take the loss, but you help somebody else out there, and that's not a bad thing at all in my opinion. And there's another comment on this actually. AliExpress does not always side with the seller. Every time I've bought something with a fake tracking number and it says delivered, I contact support chat and gave screenshots of the tracking. They immediately side with me and allow me to open a dispute with a few days when I get a refund, which I will show you later in my other videos, how to contact the support chat directly, the actual human being. Take a look at my channel to watch that video. Somebody asks, what are you showing when the delivery says delivered, when it never even came to me? We got a message to our phone to pick the package from the PO so it isn't stolen from the neighbor. But the seller never sent the item. I have lost lots of money, and this is why I never order from AliExpress. And my family too, no more. With eBay, no issues. Money is returned, and done deal. I don't need a hassle. And somebody answers, the fake tracking numbers on my scam orders usually have the wrong address. I'd say it was delivered to another state and city. I just take the screenshot and actual tracking history showing it said it was delivered. Support can see that the address is mismatched and the fake tracking number also tends to arrive a lot quicker, which is what I've mentioned a little bit earlier. On top of that, the seller that do this tend to have bad feedback and low followers, which seems to be the case with my seller. The feedback is going down. They also tend to list very random items on their store. If you ever lose money like that, immediately contact the support chat, because once enough days pass, I think like 75 days after it's shipped, then there isn't much you can do. So back to my situation. I order the item. Few hours later, seller sends messages asking me to pay more. I research a little bit. I learned that I should just ignore the seller, and I also learned how this scam works. First, they ask for more money, then they provide a fake tracking number. To make sure I protect myself and give myself a good fighting chance, I started taking screenshots of everything. The listing, my order, seller's messages, everything. In the meantime, I decided to contact AliExpress support and I got in contact with a real person through chat. My goal was to explain my situation and see if there is any indication that AliExpress will help me out if I get scammed. Let's see how that interaction went. So everybody, this is Ava. I'm not exactly sure if that's the real name of the person, but she says hello. Rest assured that you have my very best to sort this out. I am going to give you the best results. So, after all these greetings, she says, I apologize to you for the behavior of our seller and I will document everything on my system. Of course, that sounds amazing to me. Can you please provide me with the order number so I can verify this on my system? And I provide her with the order number. Of course, the number itself has been redacted, So, I just explained what happened, how I made the purchase. Basically, I put these 6 items in a cart myself one by one, and then I paid for them, just to clarify how the payment was done, or the purchase. Allow me to check on this matter to give you accurate information. So then she puts me on hold, and, I have no problem with being on hold. But then, I get a heart. Oh, I was like, what's happening here? So, I try to stay courteous, I suppose, and I, just, reply. You can see how, I'm sorry for the delayed response. I'm still checking on my end to find the best solution for you. This time I actually got 2 hearts. At this point, I was honestly sure that romance is developing and I'm gonna be fine, taken care of. I just jokes aside, I figured it at this point that this is how they communicate. So I just, no problem, dear, take your time. I send a heart back and all that stuff. Basically, then after, more hearts and stuff, she says, rest assured, I'm not gonna disclose what happened privately, just so you know. Jokes aside, I get the reply, rest assured that I will be reporting this seller on our documentation on your behalf for our related team. The punishments could reach that the seller won't sell on our website. Ooh, that is serious. And then I get, I think, what is a computer-generated response. So I'm not going to go into detail about this particular response. Like I've said, I think this is computer-generated response. So I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna take it with a grain of salt. Continuing, I say thank you for taking serious actions. This is what makes me feel safe. And then, I know that you are a good customer and you don't deserve this kind of issue. And then I want to really focus on the fake tracking number, which I do in this next message. And then she says me, no worries, dear. This is duly noted and rest assured that this chat is fully documented. And then I really needed a concrete answer. Will I be protected? Which I ask. I will be protected if I get a fake tracking number? And she says, just ignore his messages. Yes, dear. Look at that. Beautiful. You have the option to open the dispute. So with the dispute, you can protect your payment and motivate the seller to be more cooperative and let us control what is happening with our value customer, meaning we're going to slap him on his dick if he doesn't help you out, if he tries to scam you. So we appreciate your assist to improve our services. Awesome, thanks, that's good to know. And then we just basically close it out. Thank you for professionalism. I thank her, she thanks me. And then what happened later after that, you guys will have to imagine. Okay, I'm just kidding. Let's move on. So that's basically my interaction with Ava. I'm happy that I got really strong, concrete reply that I will be protected. So basically, AliExpress has my back. And in the meantime, seller kept sending messages daily. From asking me, am I there? To why not reply? To finally, please reply. And he kept on going and going. Message after message. Even 2 per day. And on the last day, he supposedly shipped the item and provided me with a tracking number. But for some reason, I can see that it has been split into 2 parcels. Weird. I will keep an eye on that. I can see that the final destination is my city and my inbox address. I will also show you screenshots I have been capturing from the first day since he sent the package. Item was ordered 23rd June, year 2023. On 29th June 2023, item status was changed from waiting to be shipped to awaiting delivery. And it was shipped on 30th June 2023. Estimated delivery date says 22nd August 2023. And this is where I stand, as I have not yet received the item. But you know the delivery date now, so be on the lookout for a new video at the end of August 2023, where I will update you on the situation. At this point, it should be clear what steps to take to protect yourself. Just to recap, first and crucial step is to simply not order from sellers with low rating. So, select a reliable seller. I know sometimes that can be difficult if you are having a hard time finding the item you want, so good luck. Check the seller's rating by visiting their profile. It's a great idea to buy from sellers who have been selling for a couple of years, at least 2 years. And in any case, always record your unboxings just to be on the safe side. It's clear to me now that it's always best to take good steps instead of falling for a scam and then having to dig yourself out of it. Now, one major question arises. How much shipping actually costs, and is it okay to ask of you for more money? I mean, China is able to send items worldwide for free, or pretty much free. But if you want to send something to China, it can cost an arm and a leg. So, how come do they get to send stuff for free? What magic do they use? You and me are not born yesterday. We know nothing is free in this life, so what's going on here? This very question was answered by 𝙎𝙐𝙋𝐋𝐋𝐖, a guy who lived in China for more than a decade. To summarize, all that shipping, the postage, it's been subsidized, as in it's paid by someone else. But who? United Postal Union, which exists since 1874. Watered down version is this unity has rich countries and poor developing countries, and they are all in a union, in an agreement, where rich pay more, poor pay less, kind of like rich country says, I will pay 99% for your coffee, you pay the remaining 1%. And so the poor developing country only pays 1% every time, all the time. I don't ask me how this works. Honestly, I have no idea, but that's what's happening. How come the rich countries benefit from this? I have no idea. Anyways, now guess what China claims to be and how China has been registered in this union. What do you think? As a rich or as a developing country? Of course they are developing country. Once again, that's just watered down version. I highly advise you to go watch 𝙎𝙐𝙋𝐋𝐋𝐖 video titled How the Hell Can China Ship for Free to Your Door and learn the truth yourself. Shipping for these scammers costs them nothing. They just want to scam you and grab some extra money. Remember, scams exploit ignorance. What would be the wisest choice to make when this situation arises? I think we can all agree that if you do end up encountering a seller who tries to scam you for more money after you place an order, wisest move is to cancel the order right away and never order from that seller again. Russian buyers even have a database of sellers who are known scammers. It would be a good idea to voice your situation somewhere along with seller's name to help future buyers avoid being scammed as well. Link for this database and more is on my website. If Russian is not your cup of tea, subreddit named AliExpress would probably be the best place to publicize what you experienced. And at the end, let's really quickly recap along with answers to all the questions. In this video, we learned how these scams work and how it looks like, so now you should be able to recognize it right away. We were able to figure out that shipping actually costs them almost nothing, as it has been subsidized, so asking you for more money is a total scam. No, prices did not go up, it's still the same, it's just that someone wants few extra bucks for nothing. All this seems like it's done on purpose, to scare you thinking you need to pay more, maybe even play on your soft side. Yes, they could increase the price from the start, but they know that they can trick you with lower prices and then ask for more. Whoever cancels the order takes a hit on their account. Sellers take the biggest hit if they cancel. But don't worry and don't fall for this. This is a total greed, without a shadow of a doubt. There is no need to pay more. Once you face this scam, it's going to be up on you to decide. Wisest choice is to cancel right away. You don't lose your money and you save time. But for some more courageous, it's never that simple. Canceling means letting them go, free to attempt and scam someone else. Who knows, maybe your friend or sibling, but it does not matter. A scam is a scam and it needs to be stopped. Do not worry, as you can see, you are not alone if you decide to fight. First pit stop is AliExpress subreddit, where all you need is to ask, and good people there will aid you in your fight to punish the seller and get your money back. Remember, all evil needs to triumph is for good men to do nothing. This has been an episode on one of many AliExpress scams I will be revealing with you. Until then, I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.